And this is the Lokithor JC400. It combines a jump starter with a battery maintainer charger in a small package. It is able to jumpstart vehicles with a gasoline engine as large as 8.5 liters and diesel engines as large as 6.5 liters. And for its charging capability, it supports standard lead acid batteries, AGM batteries, lithium batteries, and it can support batteries not only for vehicles like automobiles and trucks, but also smaller batteries for equipment such as riding mowers or ATVs. And on this video, I'll show you the features of the JC400, and we'll also take a look at jump starting a vehicle as well as charging a battery. And I have placed a link in the description down below to this jump starter and maintainer system if you'd like to get one for yourself. But now let's go ahead and unbox this thing. First off, we get the jump starter maintainer, then we get a carrying case, a set of alligator clips to jumpstart the vehicle, AC power cord, and USB-C charging cable. Now the display is activated with this button, quite easy to read and attractive in my opinion. And on the left side, we get a compass and also these dust covers. First one reveals the input for the AC power and the second one reveals full-size USB and USB-C port. Battery clips are connected on the opposite side. Again, connector is protected by a dust cover. And to give you a sense of scale, here is a phone and you can see that the JC400 is roughly about the size of it. Now it is much thicker than a phone, however quite impressive to see jump starter and maintainer system get to this size. Let's also try out the flashlight. That is activated with this button right here. Now the flashlight features 3 levels of brightness: high, medium, and low, and additionally 3 strobe patterns which we're not going to turn on for safety, including the SOS pattern. Moving over to jump starting a vehicle, I'm going to attach the clamps to the battery terminals, and then we're going to turn on the unit by pressing this button. And the display is going to show you a couple different things. First off, you have the vehicle's battery voltage. This battery is low. Additionally, you also have an indicator right here. These 4 LED lights indicate the battery capacity or the battery charge status. And sure enough, we only have 1 LED. So again, confirming that this battery is low. And to jumpstart the vehicle, I'm going to tap the mode icon. And you notice that these bars indicate that the vehicle is going to be ready to jumpstart in a little bit. But first, the jumpstarter is going to check that the battery clamps are correctly connected. And you can see we have green lights in here letting us know that we are good to jumpstart the vehicle. Let's try it out. These LED lights are very helpful because they tell you right away if any of the alligator clips are not connected good enough to the vehicle to jumpstart. You can see that the red alligator clip, it has a good connection, but the black alligator clip does not have a good connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset that until I get a green light. And as you can see, I now have a green light. And I always tell people that's the key to jumpstarting a vehicle, making sure that these battery clamps have a good connection. However, this is the first jumpstarter system that I have found on the market that will actually tell you if they have a good connection or not via those 2 LED indicators. One thing to point out is that the 4 LED light indicators on this side indicate the battery charge status of the car's battery. The next row of LEDs, which earlier were completely lit up, indicate the battery charge status of the jump starter. Now, as you can see, within the 2 or 3 jump starts that I just did filming this video, I have depleted the battery of the jump starter. So let me charge this up again so I can show you the boost 4-star mode. And boost mode is only needed if the vehicle does not start using the normal jump start function. I'm gonna first connect the red alligator clip, and then I'm gonna hold down the M button for about 5 seconds until the display changes. There it is. Then I can connect the other alligator clip and then I can jumpstart the vehicle. Now let's take a look at charging and maintaining the battery. And now I'm going to use the mode button. Currently, we are set up for charging lead acid batteries at 12 volts. However, this can also charge AGM batteries, lithium batteries, again at 12 volts, or 6-volt batteries. And next up on this side, we can select the charging speed, which is basically how much amps we want to put on the battery. In some smaller batteries, you want to be careful that you don't apply too much amperage to it. This particular battery, since it's a vehicle battery, I'm going to select the highest charging speed, which is going to be 2 amps, and then I can take the clamps and connect them to the battery to begin the charge process. And as you can see, we get that indicator of the current battery voltage. Again, we see that the battery is low and we are now charging. You can see how those bars are going up. Now let's take a look at charging a smaller battery like the one found on this riding mower. And this battery is of the AGM type, so I'm going to use the mode button to switch over to 12 volts AGM. Additionally, this battery should not be charged with more than 1 amp, so I'm going to switch over here to the 1 amp charging rate, and normally that information can be found directly on the battery, and that is the nice thing about having fine control of the charging speed, again, which is the amps that you are delivering to the battery. We're using this control right here with the letter A to set the correct charging rate. And let's take a look at the repair feature. This is going to be helpful for batteries that have been sitting for a long time without a charge. Now the battery essentially becomes frozen on that state where it cannot charge normally. So what this system does, it applies high frequency voltage pulses, so you can see how there's a voltage, the bar goes up and then it stops, and then it repeats that cycle in an attempt to revive and fix the battery. Not all batteries are going to be able to be fixed or revived, but in my opinion, it is worth a shot using the repair function. Now the cool thing about jump starters is that they can also function as a power bank. If you tap on either one of these ports right here, the full-size USB or the USB-C port, all of a sudden you have a portable power bank with you, which should come in handy if you need a little extra power on the go. And on the topic of charging, this from 0 to 100 using the AC power cord input should charge in less than about an hour. And if you are charging this using the USB input, then you're looking at about 2.5 hours for a full charge, again from 0 to 100. Now it is important to point out that the small size of this unit is gonna limit the number of jump starts that you're gonna be able to get out of it before it needs to be charged again. Now in most cases, not too big of a deal because you jump start your vehicle once, then you can get to your destination and then you can charge this guy so it's ready to go again. But if you're looking to jump start your vehicle, turn it off, jump start the vehicle again and over, that many jump starts, you're gonna need something larger. Now the thing is gonna get much larger in size and potentially also a higher price tag. So my recommendation is that if you don't need to jump start your vehicle over and over, this is probably gonna be more than sufficient. So I'll put a link in the description down below to the JC400 jump starter and maintainer in case you wanna get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments. Also, if you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel and stay tuned as I have a lot more reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.